Hey guys, it's Valerie with Vegan Travel Eats. This recipe video is part of a big collaboration with some of my favorite vegan YouTubers. So when you're done watching, make sure you click the link below and see the other juicy holiday recipes to bring to the table with your friends and family next week.
Sarah's Vegan Kitchen made a vegan glazed ham. Frommybowl made maple acorn squash with rice and lentil stuffing. The Viet Vegan made Seitan sausage rolls. Cheap Lazy Vegan made sweet potato lasagna. Lisa Kitahara made stuffed Hasselback potatoes with sage cream. Sweet Simple Vegan made an herbed skillet pull-apart bread with French onion dip. And Two Market Girls made cranberry hand pies.
My recipe is garlicky potatoes au gratin. Potatoes are a huge staple of our everyday diet in my house. We pretty much go through a 5-pound bag of potatoes every 2 days or so. We bake them whole, roast them, cut them into french fries and put them in the air fryer. To me, potatoes are the ultimate comfort food. In this recipe, they're cut really thin as possible. If you have a mandolin, go ahead and do that. If not, it's not a big deal. You can still cut them by hand. It's gonna take a little more work, but I promise it's worth it. Then layered into a casserole dish with onions and garlic in every layer, then a creamy cheddar sauce poured on top and baked. So let's get started.
For the cheese sauce, you're going to need 1 cup of soy milk, 3/4 of a cup of shredded vegan cheddar cheese, 2 tablespoons of vegan butter, 2 tablespoons of flour, and a 1/2 teaspoon of dry mustard. For the rest of this recipe, you're going to need 3 pounds of gold potatoes sliced as thin as possible. If you have a mandolin, that's the best way to go. This is about as thin as you want them. You can do them a little thinner, they'll just cook faster. But I like the thickness of this because you kind of get like a little bit more of a good texture there. You also want small potatoes so that like the cheesy sauce can kind of get in and all around them. 1 yellow or white onion chopped small as possible. A cup of vegan shredded cheddar cheese, 7 garlic cloves minced, and 2 tablespoons of vegan butter. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees. While the oven's preheating, let's make this cheesy sauce. Melt the butter in a pan over medium heat. Add in the flour and mix around until it's completely put together and toasted. Slowly pour in the soy milk. If it starts to curdle, you'll need to turn your heat down a little bit, but do it in little batches. Throw the shredded cheddar cheese in and mix it all around until it melts. It makes it a lot easier if you leave the cheddar cheese out for a few hours and bring it to room temperature before you cook this. Add in the dry mustard, some salt, and a little bit of dried paprika. Spray the casserole pan with some oil and layer 1/3 of the potatoes in the bottom of the dish. It'll be probably 2 layers of potatoes. Sprinkle 1/3 of the chopped onions and 1/3 of the garlic and wipe 1/3 of the butter onto each potato. Repeat that 3 times until you've used up all the ingredients. Now you're going to grab the cheddar cheese sauce that you made earlier. If it's gotten a little too solidified, go ahead and heat it up a little bit again and add about a tablespoon or 2 of soy milk to it to liquefy it again. and pour it over all of the potatoes. Spread it out so that it gets all over the whole top layer. Finish with the rest of the shredded cheddar cheese. Cover it with foil, and you're gonna bake it in foil for about an hour and a half. It really depends how thin you cut your potatoes. If you cut them the same as I did, which was about 1/4 inch, it'll take an hour and a half baked in the foil and then remove the foil and bake it for another hour. But if you cut them thinner, you can definitely cut down the amount of time that this recipe takes. But I just, like I said, love that like thickness of the potato that gives it a really nice texture when you bite into it. And that's it. You have your garlicky vegan potatoes au gratin. I hope you guys liked this recipe. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and comment below.